Hey, alright, how's it going, everybody? It's Joey, and I got a new video for you today. Came across a question that I thought was kind of interesting, and I thought I'd do a quick video of it. I thought it was kind of funny. Kind of funny in a few ways, and kind of not so funny in another way, and kind of life changing in a big way for me. Why I chose this question was because basically it resonated with me, and a situation that's changed my life and has allowed me, to go from being, kind of a band to being a professional band. And might sound like hyperbole, but it's not. This is a very serious thing that I'm going to go over with you. And so this question says, so we had a wedding gig yesterday, paid very well for us. So right there, it's just kind of interesting. So we had a wedding gig yesterday, paid very well for us. I'm not sure what they're trying to get across right there. My band is a wedding band. I'm better than you. I will say I am in a wedding band as well. I'm a expert at weddings, and pretty much all the gigs I do are weddings, and it's my focus. And I spend most of my time working on weddings. I do some corporate events. I do some bars and casinos, but for the most part, for the last 14 years, I've specialized in weddings. So I consider myself an expert in that department. I consider myself an expert in running bands, but more than anything, I'm an expert in making money at music. So we had a gig yesterday, paid very well for us. My problem is this. On almost every song, the drummer is not consistent. I will say this. If your drummer is not consistent or your drummer is a hack, you're going to have a bad night. For me, that means, being in a dance band, having the drummer being money in the bank is important for me. I got to have that solid drummer and bass player and singer. I mean, I got to have a solid band, period. So this guy's saying the drummer is not consistent. I play the guitar, and it seems after listening to our gig, he says we record through the soundboard. So he's, doing something very smart. Recording music, recording your gigs, recording your rehearsals, recording everything that you can. I can't emphasize this enough. Recording everything you can is huge, huge for me. I have always done that. I've done that since like 2010. I mean, probably even later, since I was a kid. I've always been recording. Everything I could. I get a song idea, I record it. I gotta work on a song with somebody and we're sitting together with an acoustic guitar, I gotta record it. For one, it helps me with remembering the songs and the chord changes and how I felt about playing it, because you can play a song like... you could play it like that one way, or like play it like that on another day, or play it like... It's basically the beat on the acoustic guitar. So recording everything helps me so much. It hurts me in the fact that I have to haul all these recordings around in my lifetime, but in the end, it's worth it. It saved me a lot of times if I want to explain something to a musician and send him a quick text of an audio recording saying, "Hey, this beat you did was amazing. I'd love to incorporate that in going forward. So let's work on that." Or you're too busy. Let's scale it back a little bit. So recordings. So this guy says, the drummer's tempo starts getting crazy, and by the end of the song, the tempo might be 10 or 15 beats per minute faster than when we started. So that, I think, is maybe a stretch. 10 or 15 beats is actually, it doesn't sound like much, but it is. It's huge. I would say that most of the songs that I do vary between 1 to 2 beats per minute. Like if I am playing a new song at weddings and stuff, and I'm going out and doing it at gigs, and I'm playing it and I'm testing it and I'm trying it out, normally it will fluctuate. Almost always I will have to go back to my studio and I'll have to speed the song up like maybe 2 beats max. 3 beats and you start turning into like the Chipmunks. It's a big stretch to go, 3 beats faster. I've done it in the past. I've never really ever gone slower. I usually got a pretty good feel for how the song is going to go over. So I basically try it out. Sometimes it's fine, and that's great when it is. That's less work for me. But most of the time, it's got to be sped up 1 or 2 beats. This guy says 10 to 15 beats per minute. I doubt that very seriously. He says the songs that start with guitar are pretty close to the original tempo. So he's like patting himself on the back. He's giving himself props. He's saying that he's not the problem, which he might not be. I feel like playing acoustic music for me without a metronome or something, I can typically start the song and kind of keep it pretty good going forward. Although when I was a kid, that was not the case. My band, and I've got video of this and audio of this, when I was young and we were playing gigs, we would get so jacked up drinking and doing whatever and so excited that we played everything like faster, and it was like ridiculous. You couldn't even understand the music. So yeah, I get it. And it says there are some songs that it fluctuates 10 to 20 beats per minute from the original, and it gets faster at any solo section. Guitar solos are sometimes hard to play at original speed, and going 15 to 20 beats per minute faster is not really practical. Yeah, I get it. Say Sir Duke, for example. It's not really a guitar lead, it's kind of a full band vamp. But if you take Sir Duke and you speed that up, even 2 beats or 3 beats faster, I think it's like. If you speed that up, it loses like everything that it has. It loses that swing, and you can't do it. So I get it. I get what he's saying, and especially 15 to 20 beats faster. I still don't. I still don't get that. Says it's not really practical, and I do agree. Some songs the singer can't catch his breath, or some words don't come out. I'm at a crossroads. Get rid of the drummer or never go anywhere, because the speed thing is killing us. His consistency is not even close. I have tried playing slower while he is drumming faster, hoping he might hear it, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. So basically, he's like being passive aggressive, and I get it. So the worst thing, like when you're playing in a band, is when someone complains after every song. Oh, that was fast, or that was slow, or you sped up or you slowed down. It's like I remember growing up, and I went through this a lot. In all the bands that I played in, somebody would always yell at the drummer, probably myself included. The singer's going to notice because, yeah, they can't get their breath, or, they're moshing words together and stuff. So he's like, do I get rid of the drummer? I have looked at him and told him to slow down, and that doesn't seem to help either. Should we just let him know maybe it's time to retire? All right, so there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, the entire solution to all this is using a click track. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You don't need to do any of that. I mean, especially if the guy's a friend or if the guy's a good drummer. Good musicians are hard to come by. Just get all this unknown out. All of it. It's the best way to keep everybody on the same page. A click track changed my life. Honestly. And it changed my life for the better. It's more consistent night in and night out. You don't have the swings. You don't have the adrenaline. You don't have the tiredness. Sometimes, people get tired and they drag. It takes all that out of the equation. You stay on the click, period. And that's what has been the key for me in my life. And that's why I wanted to answer this question. That's why I wanted to go over this, was because of how important a click track has been to me. I don't, play too many gigs without it. I will do an acoustic duo with my wife. I will do a gig with her where we don't use a click track because together her and I play so much. we have such a good chemistry together that, we don't get too out of hand. And recording with the click track is awesome because then you can chop parts from one and paste it to another very easily. You can also go back and you can repair things if there's a click track, because if you're, try redoing a guitar track on something that you just felt freeform. Try going back and overdubbing a guitar track over something you're just feeling. It's possible and it is doable, but it's very hard. Now, put a click track in there and you're good to go. You just literally like click, click, click. And everything is measured, everything is pro, everything sounds great. That's all I got for you today. Take care.
No.